Okay, if you're a high school baseball player with dreams of playing at the next level, you need to stop what you're doing and listen up. The entire game has changed, and today we're breaking down the brand new recruiting playbook, with some insider info straight from the biggest coaches convention in the country.
So you're out there, day in and day out, dreaming of playing college ball, right? I mean, that's the goal. You've put in thousands of hours, you've hit the showcases, and you feel like you are ready to make that leap.
Well, I've got some news for you, and it's a pretty big reality check. The playbook you thought you knew, the one your older brother or his friends use to get noticed and get signed, you can pretty much throw it out the window. It has been completely rewritten.
So let's just get right into it, because we're not talking about a few new rules here and there. No, the entire landscape, the whole world for high school recruits has completely shifted.
Honestly, it's kind of like a perfect storm. You've got things like fifth-year eligibility becoming a real factor now, even at the Division II level. That means college rosters are suddenly stacked with 22, 23-year-old players. So what does that mean for you? It means that as an 18-year-old coming out of high school, you're not just competing against other freshmen anymore. You are competing against grown men. And that's exactly why college coaches are now leaning so heavily on your high school coach to get the real story. That relationship, it has never, ever been more important.
So with this new reality, a lot of the old advice that's floating around out there is now just, well, it's plain wrong. So let's spend a minute busting some of the biggest myths that you, your parents, and your teammates are probably hearing.
First myth up to bat, you have to commit in 8th or 9th grade or you're already behind. Just forget it. Seriously, a college coach has no clue what their roster's going to need 4 years from now. What they really want to see is a player who gets better and better every single season for all 4 years of high school. That's the guy they're looking for.
Okay, this next one is a big one. The myth that high school ball doesn't matter as much as travel ball. Let me be clear. The coaches at the convention were all saying the same thing. Skipping your high school season is a terrible move. They are calling your high school coach, guaranteed. They want to find out who you are as a person, a teammate, and a leader when the showcase cameras aren't rolling.
And please, let's kill this dangerous rumor once and for all. If you hear anyone, and I mean anyone, tell you that playing at a junior college, or JACO, doesn't count towards your eligibility clock, they are wrong, with a capital W. Every single season you play organized college baseball, no matter the level, counts. Period. End of story.
So you might be thinking, okay, if the old playbook is useless, what's the new one? Well, it all comes down to one really powerful idea, a new way to think about your development, the difference between being a tradesman and becoming a craftsman.
Let me explain. Think of it like you're building a house, right? A tradesman is like the carpenter who comes in and builds the frame. He's got the basic skills, he shows up, he puts in the time, and he gets the job done. But the craftsman is the one who comes in after the frame is up. He's obsessed with the details, the fine interior work, the custom trim, the perfect finish. He's the one who, through hours and hours of focused, deliberate practice, makes the house a home. He elevates the entire project.
And as one coach I talked to, Coach Beede, put it so perfectly. He said, your student-athlete needs to go from tradesman to craftsman. And you know what? That's it. That is the new standard. That's what it takes to even have a chance to compete for a roster spot at any level of college athletics today.
So how in the world do you make that leap? How do you actually do it? Well, it's not about some secret formula or magic trick. It's about having a plan. It's time to start building your own craftsman's blueprint. This blueprint has 3 core pillars. Number 1, develop your body. This means getting stronger, getting bigger, and getting way smarter about your nutrition. 2, master your routine. Your training habits have to become so automatic that you don't even think about them when you get to campus. And 3rd, and this is huge, own your schedule. Elite athletes don't just hope they get their work in, they plan their work and then they work their plan. Daily, weekly, and monthly.
And here's what that blueprint actually produces, the stuff coaches are really looking for. They want to see tangible, physical progress year after year. For pitchers, listen up. It's not just about how hard you throw. It's about can you locate strikes and command your fastball. For hitters, it's simple. Can you limit your swing and miss? Can you put the bat on the ball? And for every single player, it's about making the routine plays consistently, over and over again. That's what a craftsman does.
All right, let's go ahead and tackle the elephant in the room, NIL money. Name, image, and likeness. It's easily the most hyped, most talked about topic in all of college sports, so let's get a much-needed, serious reality check. Just look at this number, 90%. Let that sink in for a second. That's the percentage of college athletes who will earn little to absolutely no life-altering money from NIL deals or a pro contract.
90%.
So here's the bottom line, and I need you to hear this. Your first question to a college coach should never, ever be about NIL. Your mission, your primary goal, is to trade your talent on the baseball field for an elite education. It's about using baseball to get a degree that's going to set you up for the next 50 years of your life, long after the game is over.
And all of this brings us to the final big idea, the thing that really reframes this entire journey. You have to stop thinking of this as a sprint for exposure. It's not. It's your 4-year mission.
And I want this quote to stick with you. Stop worrying about the player in the other high school's dugout. He's not your real competition. Your real competition is already in a college locker room. You are trying to take a spot from a 21-year-old who is stronger than you, faster than you, and has been in a college weight program for years. That is your competition. That is your benchmark.
So, the new playbook is pretty clear, isn't it? The question isn't, how do I get seen anymore? The only question that matters now is this one right here. The journey from tradesman to craftsman, well, that starts today. So what's in your blueprint?